Welcome to the field house on the campus of Pinkerton Academy. This is the semifinals of the NHIAA Division I Volleyball Championship. Matt and Everett joining you. And we have the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, the number 3 seed, coming in with a 17-3 record, taking on the number 7 seeded Nashua South Purple Panthers and their 15-5 record. The winner of this match faces the winner of Hollis Brookline and Dover, the 1 and 4 seed respectively. They will play later tonight here at Pinkerton. Championship match will be Saturday at 7 o'clock for the Division I NHIAA State Championship. These teams matched up against each other on the 13th of September, seemingly a long time ago, and the Cardinals took a 3-0 sweep against the Nashua South Panthers by scores of 33-31, 25-23, and 25-21. So the sets 3-0 in favor of the Cardinals, but close all the way for Nashua South. It was a well-played match against this tough Bishop Guertin team. Brianna Henderson led the match with 8 kills. She had 2 aces and 9 digs as well. The libero Alexi Dearborn had 2 aces and a match-high 21 digs from that defensive position. Anna Campbell also had 4 aces and 24 assists, and that led the match. And Paige Garland with 6 kills, 2 aces, and 6 digs. Both these teams playing in their second neutral site match of the year. Both teams 1-0, preseason tournament winners. And BG comes in with 54 sets won and only 15 sets lost on the year. They've been dominant, and they come in as the number 3 seed. Getting ready to get underway here on Halloween night. It'll be number 11, Elizabeth Knapp, the sophomore outside hitter, serving for the Cardinals to get things underway. It's dug out by Henderson, put over the net by Paige Garland, and the first point of the match goes to Bishop Guertin. They will retain the serve. PG defeated the 14 seed Goffstown by a 3-1 score on Thursday, and then defeated Concord 3-2 on Saturday to get to this semifinal match. This one hit out by Garland off the arm, and BG jumping out to a 2-0 lead here early on. Nashua South, meanwhile, defeated the number 10 seed Exeter on Thursday by a 3-2 score. In a match that went all 5 sets. They lost the first one, came back and won the second set 25-17. Lost set 2, and then won sets 3 and 4 to make it to today. Henderson digs it out once again. Played over the net on a free ball. Mariana Gomez, the center, hits it back to the libero for BG. And some back and forth action here early on. Kelleher plays it over. Set up. Here's Gomez on the outside. Diving effort and a good save. Both sides going back and forth. Here's Campbell. Plays it over. And a free ball for Nashua South. They'd like to take advantage of this. Set up by Campbell, and another free ball, this time played over by Garland. This one hit hard and off the arms of Anna Campbell, and BG jumping out ahead by a 3-0 score. Julia Pascucci, the junior right side hitter, gets credit for the kill. Amber Hedquist, or rather Elizabeth Knapp, the sophomore, getting it underway with a jump serve. Just played up. And put over the net, a hard kill. That's Paige Garland. That'll get Nashua South on the board for the first time in their first serve of the game. It'll be 5'4" sophomore Kara Kelleher to play it over. 3-1, Bishop Guertin leading here in set number 1, the state semifinals. This one played up by Dearborn, the libero for the Purple Panthers. Put over the net by Garland. Lachine, the center, and Gomez. And after Nashua South gets the first point of the match, momentum swinging right back to the Cardinals. Checking in is Rita Dow. She'll give Rachel Crowell a seat on the bench. It's the libero Paula Matos to serve. Campbell plays it up to Dearborn off of the hand, and Nashua South wins it back once again. So Dow comes off the bench and gives service back to the Purple Panthers, a 4-2 score. Now serving, here's the senior leader, Dearborn. She's a captain. Gomez plays it over the net, a tip, and just not able to handle it. That's Anna Campbell, the setter, just tips off her hand. And now momentum back Bishop Guertin's way, 5-2 to score. Nina Vassell checks in, the senior, and Julia Pascucci will serve. Plays one lightly, set up by Campbell, put over the net by Garland. And here's Gomez, blocked at the net, but it goes down on the Nashua South side. Brings the score to 6-2. Here's Pascucci to serve. Played over the net, that's Henderson. Has it hit off the edge of her finger, so a relatively light ball over to BG. Gomez plays it softly. Campbell struck hard, and that is number 9, Catherine Covert, the sophomore, gets the kill and cuts the deficit to 6-3. Bishop Guertin still leading here in set number 1. Paige Garland to serve. A low hit that goes off the top of the net, falls harmlessly on the Nashua South side. So 7-3 now the score. Mariana Gomez, the senior captain, back to serve for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. She hits it too far off the base of that hand. Brings the BG lead to 7-4. BG got out to a 3-0 lead, but since then, it's been a 4-3 advantage for Nashua South. Henderson gets an ace. A tip off a BG player. And the Purple Panthers maintain possession of the serve. It is 7-5. Henderson, a booming serve played up by the libero Matos. And a free ball played over, just saved by Dearborn. Matos with a great diving effort to her left. That'll keep it alive. Playing it over the net is Knapp. Campbell. That's up to Kelleher, and a tip at the net. Falls on the BG side. And now they're going to switch it. That'll bring the score to 8-5 here in the NHIAA Division I semifinal. Kelleher has to play a free ball into the corner that just tips the line, and that brings Nashua South to within 2 points. This is the closest they've been so far in the match. Winner of this match here will play the winner of Hollis Brookline and Dover, the number 1 and 4 seeds. They will play later tonight here at Pinkerton Academy. And the championship game Saturday at 1 o'clock, or 7 o'clock rather, will be here at Pinkerton as well. Tipped up at the net, and not able to corral it in is Henderson. A good effort to get a hand on the ball, but just knocks it out of bounds, and a couple of substitutions coming in. Covert will take a seat, and Dearborn, after a short rest, back into the game for the Purple Panthers. Gomez keeps it up. Matos not able to get there in time. And Nashua South brings the deficit back to 2. It is 9-7. Here's Henderson, 5'7". Rather, that's Anna Campbell, the setter. Plays it over on a hard serve. Pascucci has to tip it up. Here's Campbell. Over to Garland, and a great save by Matos to keep it alive. Campbell plays it up. Here's Kelleher on the outside. Nice save from Knapp. Good rally here from both sides. And Henderson, way too much on that. That'll bring the score to 10-7. Bishop Guertin leading, and they'll serve. It'll be number 11, Elizabeth Knapp, to do so. Just in on the line. Paige Garland watched it fall. It's always tough on those borderline plays to decide in the moment where the ball is going, especially off the serve, with how much they spin and curve, but a good job from Knapp to get the point. Not able to do so here as she plays it too far over the back line, and a good take by the Panthers brings the score to 11-8 here in set number 1. Kara Kelleher, the sophomore, plays it over on a jump serve off the arms of Paula Matos. And Nashua South back within 2. It's an 11-9 score. Kelleher to serve once again. Low line drive played up by Matos and looked like it was going to hit the basketball backboard. Relatively low ceilings here at Pinkerton, but it does not, and it falls after the Matos touch. So back-to-back service aces from Kelleher. Not able to do so here. She plays it into the net. So that'll bring the score back to 12-10. Nashua South was within a point. Rita Dow will check in, and Paula Matos, the junior libero, wearing the green jersey tonight for BG, to serve, plays a soft one. Campbell up to Dearborn and blocked at the net. Dearborn plays it up once again. That's Hedquist, the senior, to put it over. And a tip ball, Kelleher able to just save it. Played over the net here by Garland on a free ball. BG hoping to take advantage. Nice block at the net. A tandem block gives Nashua South a point. They're back within 1, and the score's 12-11. Dow in the middle tried to play a ball over the net, but a good combo brings the ball back Nashua South's way. Dearborn to serve. Tipped up, and point goes to the Purple Panthers. That was Catherine Covert just playing it softly over the net, and the block of Pascucci just able to get a fingertip on it, but not enough, and this game is tied at 12 here in the first set. A back-and-forth affair early on in the state semifinals. Here's Dearborn, the senior, to serve. Plays a knuckleball over. Pascucci. Nice kill, gives the Cardinals the lead back, and Pascucci will take it back to serve, 13-12. Glasheen will take a seat, and Nina Vassell, the senior, will come in. Vassell, one of 3 seniors, Mariana Gomez, Elise Roy, and Nina Vassell. Nashua South with Dearborn and Hedquist as their lone 2 seniors. Pascucci with the dig and plays it over. And over the net is the call from the referees, and we are tied back up at 13. So after jumping out to that 3-0 lead to start, Purple Panthers have scratched and clawed their way back in. Here's Paige Garland. A spinning serve that's played up by Matos, and over the net from Vassell. Spoke too soon, she hits it into the net. And Nashua South with their first lead of the match. It is 14-13. Garland back to serve once again all the way out onto the indoor track here at the field house at Pinkerton. Matos, a good watch there as it goes out of bounds long. Tied back up at 14. Mariana Gomez, one of 3 seniors on this BG squad. Jump serve, that's dug out by Dearborn. And a miscommunication that's between Covert and Garland allows the ball to fall inbounds. BG with the lead once again, 15-14 in the first set of the match. Referees over at the table. And an assistant here from Pinkerton jogging over. I think they're going to tell the cheer squad that's practicing on the far side of the field house to keep it down. They've got music playing and then the cheerleaders yelling in the background. I think that's exactly what they're doing here as the referees calling an officials timeout. Now meeting at the stand. Gives both teams an opportunity. Abby Savard, a couple of words for her team. She's the Bishop Guertin head coach. And Wayne Shakowski will come out onto the court. So now we're back in action. 15-14, Bishop Guertin leads. Here's Mariana Gomez to serve. Plays a strong one. That's it back over the net and just out. That was played by Nina Vassell. A good heads-up play to hit that ball back over the net. The ball dug out a little bit too aggressively, and Vassell thought she had a good opportunity, but it's played out 15-15. Here's Henderson. Hits a ball into the net, so neither side really wanting to claim any momentum, as it is 16-15. BG with a slight advantage. Rachel Crowell, junior middle hitter, will come in. Give Matos, the libero, a seat on the bench. Here's Kelleher, blocked at the net. That's Crowell and Vassell, so Crowell coming into the game and immediately getting a block. BG jumping out to another 2-point lead here, 17-15 the score. Still in the first set here in the state semifinals. This ball hit too hard. Rita Dow will now check out of the game. Matos back in. And the libero for Nashua South, Alexi Dearborn, will sub out. And that'll allow Catherine Covert a chance to come back in, and she serves. Dug out by Matos. Pascucci over to Knapp. Campbell over to Kelleher. Inbounds. Nashua South clawing their way back in. A 17-all score. Every time they go down, it seems that they have been able to get the points necessary and reclaim the momentum to at least stay within 2 or 3 points. So serving once again, that's Covert. Gomez plays a free ball over and knocked down. That's number 15, Rachel Crowell. So coming off the bench and immediately making a couple of impact plays, giving her side the lead. And a score of substitutions as Dearborn checks back in. Covert subs out. And played off the net. Tied up once again at 18. That was Alicia Glasheen, the setter, coming back into the game, and immediately with a service fault. Now to serve, here's Anna Campbell. Good dig by Gomez and played up. Campbell over to Garland, and a good block. That'll reset the play. And Kelleher not able to rein it in. A couple of Panthers players going for the ball. So now back the way of the Cardinals with a 19-18 advantage in this back and forth first set. Tipping the net and not able to play it over. That was a good effort there from Amber Hedquist, one of 2 seniors for Nashua South, but not able to get there in time. So 20-18. First to 25 here in the first set. Campbell plays it up to Kelleher now in the back row. Pascucci able to get the hand underneath it. Gomez, a good hit. Dearborn knocks it up, but not able to get there in time is Henderson, and Bishop Guertin a 21-18 advantage. And head coach Wayne Chakowski calling a timeout for Nashua South. And this game has been a couple of runs so far. Really only about 3 or 4 points to either side. Bishop Guertin getting out to 2 to 3 point leads. Nashua South coming back, tying the game up, and this has been the most recent stretch of points, at least one of those runs for Bishop Guertin. And again, in that game back on the 13th of September, the only time that these two squads have matched up against each other, it was a 3-0 sweep for the Cardinals. They won by scores of 33-31, 25-23, and 25-21. So these two teams playing each other tight all year. And Dearborn, the libero, had 21 digs in that match. Anna Campbell, the setter, with 24 assists. Henderson also led the match with 8 kills. These two teams meeting again here in the state semifinals, and Elizabeth Knapp comes out of the timeout and gives Bishop Guertin a 4-point lead, 22-18. It's tied for their biggest lead here of the match so far. We're still in set number 1. Knapp to serve. You can tell right off the hand that one was going to go long, and that brings the Panthers back to within 3, a 22-19 score. They're going to need a couple of points here in a row. Here's Kara Kelleher, sophomore, 5'4", plays it over the net. Pascucci plays one long, and Dearborn thought about it and then jerked the body out of the way at the last second. Brings the Panthers back to within 2, 22-20 the score. Here's Kelleher, a long run up on the jump serve. Plays it just over the net. Here's Gomez to Glasheen. Tipped over by Pascucci and a diving effort from Campbell. Matos over to Gomez, who had the initial dig. Campbell over to Garland. Matos with another dig. Played up by Pascucci. Free ball over the net from Glasheen. Campbell over to Henderson, and that one's in the corner. And that could be a huge momentum swing as Nashua South is back to within a point. And a powerful drive from Brianna Henderson. And Kelleher with her third consecutive serve here, down by 1. Matos up to Glasheen. Gomez from the middle, tips one over, dug up. Another free ball played over the net from Garland. Glasheen and Pascucci going back and forth. And off the hand, not able to be recovered. That's Alexi Dearborn. BG with another 2-point lead, 23-21. With the libero Paula Matos back to serve, and another timeout called from Nashua South. Their second here in the first set, so the sets get later on. Head coach Wayne Schakowsky wanting to meet with his team, and BG came out of the last timeout call by Nashua South with an Elizabeth Knapp service ace. And the score right now, 23-21 here in set number 1. Bishop Guertin defeated number 14 Goffstown by a 3-1 score on Thursday in their opening round victory, and then took Concord to 5 games and a 3-2 win on Saturday. Nashua South defeating the number 10 seed Exeter by a 3-2 score. That was back on Thursday, and then an upset of number 2 seeded Pinkerton by a 3-0 sweep. But 23-21 here tonight in the semis. Matos plays one up. Kelleher able to recover. Free ball played over the net from Hedquist. Glasheen to Gomez on the outside and blocked. Able to recover though is Gomez. Played up and off the head. Kelleher keeps it up. And a lift on Glasheen brings the Panthers back to within a point, 23-22. Back and forth action in a tight first set here in the Division I state semifinals. Hedquist checks out. Covert comes in, a little bit more height at the net. And here's Dearborn, plays it over. Gomez with the dig, knocked up from Dow, and a free ball played over from Pascucci. Kelleher to Campbell, and a tip from Covert. A diving effort keeps it alive. Gomez, there's Kelleher, Campbell. Henderson, and a great job from Matos, the defensive specialist. And a heads-up play there from Gomez brings this 2-set point. Just playing it over the back, catching everybody off guard. Alexi Dearborn, the closest Panthers player. Pascucci back to serve with the set on the line, a 24-22 score. Nina Vassell, the senior, will check in on the outside. Pascucci plays it over. Dug up from Henderson. Campbell. Gomez once again tipped at the net, and that's down. Bishop Guertin has taken set number 1 by a 25-22 scores. Both teams will switch side, and we'll be back with set number 2 here on NashuaETV. Welcome back to Pinkerton Academy. Matt Everett and Frank Wallens, my cameraman extraordinaire, joining you for the NHIAA Division I volleyball semifinal between the Nashua South Purple Panthers and the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. And BG with a 1-0 lead here after they took the first set 25-22 in what featured back and forth action. The Cardinals jumping out to a 3-0 lead to start the set, and then both sides just going on 2 3-point runs. It was even all the way, and BG got the last run to go ahead 25-22. It was a 3-0 sweep for BG back on the 13th of September when these two sides played earlier in the season. So underway here, Matos has to play a free ball over for the Cardinals, and Kelleher knocks one into the back corner. Glasheen to Pascucci and played up by Campbell. Hit in the middle, that's number 11, Hedquist, and Nashua South jumping out to a 1-0 lead here in set number 2. Anna Campbell back to serve for the Panthers. A little bit too much on that one, and tied up at 1-1. Campbell playing it just too far. In that match on the 13th, Campbell had 4 service aces, so very capable behind the service line. Here's Paula Matos, the junior libero, and not enough. So from too much on the serve to not enough, and it's a 2-1 score here in set number 2. BG with a 1-0 advantage. Kara Kelleher, the 5'4" sophomore defensive specialist, plays one to Matos. Glasheen over to Pascucci, tips it, and Kelleher coming up from the service line, able to save it, and a tip, and the kill goes to Paula Garland as Nashua South jumps out to a 2-point lead. 3-1 the score. Kelleher back to serve for the second time. Plays it just over the net to Matos. Glasheen to Pascucci. Plays one overhand, and a two-hander called on Anna Campbell. That'll give the serve back to the Cardinals. They trail 3-2 here in set number 2. Julia Pascucci. Here's Campbell over to Henderson, and that's initially called in, but the referee saying it hit off of him, and the head referee is going to overrule. So we'll see. Yeah, they're going to give the point to Nashua South. Corner judge saying it hit off of his feet, but the head referee up on the stand is going to overrule him, so that he had the better view. So 4-2, Nashua South doubling up BG in the second set of the match. Dearborn plays one over. Second hit free ball played over, and now Dearborn with the dig. Here's Campbell over to Garland. Good dig from Pascucci playing in the back. Gomez, another dig from Dearborn. Henderson, a powerful drive, and she gets the kill as Nashua South has jumped out to their first 3-point lead of the match so far. It's 5-2. Lexi Dearborn, senior captain for the Purple Panthers, with another serve. Pascucci plays it up. Tipped up and not able to be played. It's going to be Nina Vassell who gets credit for the serve, or the kill rather. And the Cardinals back to within 2. They trail 5-3 with Mariana Gomez playing a low line drive serve and a good dig. Garland has it tipped up and able to be dug out from Gomez. Tipped over by Vassell. Back and forth. And an overhand free ball, a diving stop. Pascucci's set attempt just too close to the net for Vassell. Not able to really pick it out of there. In a 6-3 lead, another 3-point advantage for the Panthers. Here's Paige Garland looking over to the bench. Wayne Chakowski, the head coach, telling her what side to serve it to. Plays a knuckleball, and Gomez, good job of taking that one away from the body. Here's Campbell on the set, and a little too loose on the hands on the set. So the point goes to BG for the second time for that reason here in the second set. And a 6-4 advantage for the Purple Panthers still. And Rita Dow to serve for the Cardinals. Plays one low, dug out by Kelleher. Campbell able to save it, and out of bounds. Good effort from Covert, just a sophomore. 6-5. All of a sudden, BG back to within 1. They've now won 55 sets on the year after the victory in the first set of this match. Played too hard from Rita Dow. She'll take a seat on the bench with the libero Matos coming back in. It's a 2-point advantage for the Purple Panthers once again, 7-5. Here's Henderson to serve. There's a sharp line drive. Gomez with the dig. Pascucci, an error there, but Her teammate Vassell picking her up. And another error, this time off the hand of Brianna Henderson. Played just off the outside of that hand, and PG back to within 1. Here's Alicia Glasheen, the sophomore setter. Plays a soft one, Dearborn picks it up. Pascucci puts it over the net, and another diving effort from Dearborn. She's been all over the court tonight. Good dig there from Gomez, and a block at the net, played off the hands of Anna Campbell. And this match, or this set rather, is tied. PG with the 1-0 set advantage. They took set number 1 by a 25-22 margin. There's Glasheen to serve once again, tries to drop it into the middle, but Dearborn, a good save. And an even better save on the other end from Mariana Gomez. Campbell sets it up, Kelleher on the outside. We got a whistle, and they're gonna say that Kelleher went under the net. And that's gonna draw the ire of Wayne Schakowsky, the Nashua South head coach. They're gonna rule in favor of the Cardinals, and they have a 8-7 lead, their first lead of the second set. Glasheen off the hand, and heat-seeking missile there found Tom King. Shooting photographs for the Nashua Telegraph. Heads up down there, Tom. 8-8 the score here in set number 2. It's Covert. Her serve hits the net. Had the muscle, but not the aim, and she'll go ahead and take a seat. That'll bring in Dearborn, the libero, off the bench. 9-8, PG with another 1-point advantage. Knapp with the serve. Played over in a dive. Hedquist able to save it. Campbell plays it over, and a good effort there from Rachel Crowell, the junior. And a good idea to try and take advantage near the net of an unexpected hit, but just too much. Now tied up at 9 once again. Campbell to serve. Spinning and curving just out of play on the near side. So another service error for Nashua South gives BG a 1-point lead, 10-9. Paula Matos, the libero in the green jersey, right-handed serve up to Dearborn, the other libero. Campbell plays it behind her to Kelleher, a tip, and perfectly placed. They didn't see it coming. Kara Kelleher ties the set up at 10, and she'll be back to serve for Nashua South. Long run up for the defensive specialist, plays it off the net. And neither side really can get an advantage here, going back and forth, 11-10 the score here, BG. As Glasheen checks out. That'll bring on Nina Vassell. There's Pascucci. Both liberos going back and forth. Pascucci sets it up to Gomez, and we got a whistle. As a Nashua South player was under the net. I think it was Paula Garland, or Paige Garland rather. That gives BG all of a sudden a 2-point advantage, 12-10 here in the second set. Julia Pascucci with the serve, and played over the net and out of bounds by Amber Hedquist. She kind of was rocking back, and when you lean back too far, especially near the net, your angle, it's a little too high, and you saw that there as she played it over the net. BG a 13-10 advantage, their biggest of the second set. Kelleher with the dig. Dearborn keeps it up, and as she was getting up, falling backwards, just out of necessity, had to play that with 2 hands. And BG has opened up a 4-point lead. That'll draw a timeout from Wayne Schakowsky. With Bishop Guertin leading 14-10 here in the second set. Nashua South jumped out to a 3-0 advantage to begin set number 2. Much like BG did in set number 1, but back and forth went both sides. Neither team with any kind of market advantage up until this recent run for the Cardinals. They now have a 14-10 lead in a set in which they were trailing or tied for pretty much the majority, and they've been able to get 3 points in a row off the serve of Julia Pascucci. She'll be back to serve once again when these teams break the huddle. here in the NHIAA Division I state semifinals. Winner of this match will take on the winner of number 1 seeded Hollis Brookline, the defending champions, and number 4 seeded Dover. They'll play at 7 o'clock here on a Tuesday night on Halloween. And the winner of those 2 matches will face Saturday at 7 o'clock for the state championship right back here at Pinkerton Academy. So 14-10 the score. Set number 2, BG with a 1-0 set advantage. Here's Pascucci. Dearborn with the tip. The near corner judge called it out, but both judges at the midline, including the judge on the stand with the best angle of it, called it a tip. So nice little run here for the Cardinals, and they lead 15-10. Another short serve. Pascucci's been dropping those in there all night so far. Dearborn not able to get a handle on it. So a 16-10 advantage. Pascucci, seems like she's been serving for a week. Plays another one in the middle, but Dearborn able to get a handle on it. Here's Henderson. Powerful kill. And that ends the run. The Panthers needed to side out. That'll send Hedquist to the bench. And we'll send Dearborn back to the service line. Plays a soft one. Pascucci with the set, played backwards to Gomez off the hands of Campbell. And BG snapping the momentum right back as they lead by 6 once again. 17-11 the score. Mariana Gomez, the senior, plays the line drive jump serve. Dearborn picks it up. Played over from Garland. She saves it herself. Campbell cross court to Henderson and blocked at the net. That's Dow and Vassell on the tandem block. And BG taking the second set by storm as they lead by 7, 18-11, with Gomez to serve once again. Plays this one just over the net. Falling backwards is Kelleher, not able to do anything with it. And the biggest lead of the match for Bishop Guertin stretches to 8 points. They're now up 19-11, and once again, here's Gomez. Hits it right at Henderson. Campbell in the middle, played up by Matos. Here's Henderson, blocked at the net once again. Kelleher racing, not able to get enough on it. And what a momentum swing there, as it looked like Henderson had another one of her patented kills. But Paula Matos, the libero, best defender for the Cardinals, saves the point, and it's 22-11. Gomez gives it right back on the errant serve. Here's Paige Garland, the 5'8" sophomore, trying to serve and bring her side back from an 8-point deficit. A low jump right at Gomez and another error. So back-to-back points given to the Panthers from Gomez. And it's 20-13. Paige Garland starting the comeback trail here in set number 2. BG with a 1-0 lead in the match so far. Garland right to Matos. Pascucci over to Vassell. Played in the middle, and a perfectly placed drop from Catherine Covert, the sophomore. (20-14). And now the pretty good student section here from Nashua South getting into the game. Pascucci digs it up. Good effort there from Henderson. Played down, and that's a powerful kill from Covert. No, not to be. It's a phenomenal effort there on the outside. Here's Henderson, tipped up at the net. Gomez plays it up. Pascucci over on the far side. That's Knapp. 21 points here in set number 2. Matos will head to the bench. That'll bring in Rachel Crowell, and checking in for the first time is Eliza Field, sophomore middle hitter, measuring in at 6'3", so going with the size advantage here at the net. Dearborn up to Campbell, played softly to Henderson, and a drop from Brianna. Cuts into that lead, 21-14 the score. So Henderson, who's been so powerful with her kills all night, takes a little bit off, throws him a changeup, and now she's back to serve. Gomez has to play that one overhand. Pascucci over to Knapp, hits it right where there is no Purple Panther defenders, right in the space between Dearborn and Henderson. 22-15 the score. Vassell will check out. Glasheen, the setter, will come in. Pascucci and Glasheen splitting the setting responsibilities, and Glasheen to serve. Dearborn to the net. Tipped up, there's Covert. Matos back into the game at the libero. Here is Kara Kelleher on the outside, measuring in at only 5'4", but she's got some serious hops and gets the kill there. Brings the score to 22-16 here in set number 2. Covert back to serve for the Panthers. Too much. 23-16, BG 2 points away from taking a definitive 2-0 advantage. Here's Elizabeth Knapp, sophomore outside hitter. Her team leads by 7. Played too far over the net, and Gomez puts the lid on it, knocks it down, and we're at set point. BG on the verge here. Knapp back to serve. 24-16 the score. Played off the top of the net and in. An inauspicious way to end the second set. BG takes set number 2 by a 25-16 advantage. They took set number 1 by a 25-22 mark, and they are 1 set away from heading to the state championship on Saturday. We'll be right back here on NashuaETV. Welcome back from the fieldhouse of Pinkerton Academy. Matt Neverett and Frank Wallet joining you for the NHIAA Division I volleyball semifinals between the number 7 seeded Nashua South Purple Panthers and the number 3 seeded Bishop Guertin Cardinals. BG taking the first 2 sets, and the first set starting off well for him as Elizabeth Knapp gets an ace to start things off. They took set number 1 by a 25-22 score. Set number 2, 25-16, taking over late. And they have a 1-0 lead here. Make that 2-0 as Knapp gets her second service ace in a row. And BG hoping to get out to a big advantage here in set number 3. Put any doubt about the fate of this game at rest. Hollis, Brookline, and Dover, the 1 and 4 seeds, will play at 7 o'clock tonight on Halloween. Knapp almost gets a 3rd save, but Kelleher able to keep it up. And a great effort from Knapp coming up from the service line. Gomez blocked at the net. Paige Garland puts the lid on it, and a 2-1 score now with Nashua South serving. It's Brianna Henderson. Just off the top part of the net. Liza Field, the 6'3" middle hitter, had to get her head out of the way, and she'll head to the bench now as Rita Dow, the junior, checks in. It's a 3-1 score as Paula Matos, the libero for the Cardinals, puts it over the net on the serve. Campbell, cross court to Kelleher. Blocked and out. That'll be the point for Nashua South. Julia Pascucci not able to corral it in. Coaches will tell you want to angle the hands to put it down the opponent's side of the floor. Just not able to get the firm wrist. In a 3-2 score. Dearborn plays the soft one over. Played up by Knapp over her own bench. Matos, a good effort to get over there, but nobody in the area. Pascucci had also gone over to attempt to save that ball, and we're tied up at 3 here in set 3. Dearborn, her second serve, plays it short. Gomez has to come up, and now Pascucci reaches up. Dearborn with the dig. Kelleher. Here's Glasheen, cross court to Gomez, and too much mustard on it as Nashua South with their first lead here in set number 3, a 4-3 mark. Dearborn, the libero, back to serve once again. right in front of the Nashua South student section that traveled here to Pinkerton. Gomez finds a gap in the defense. She was targeting that spot the entire time she came up. So Glasheen will check out. Nina Vassell comes in, plays on that front row. Pascucci to serve, and she's been splitting the setting duties. This game tied at 4. Dearborn plays one up. Garland back to Dearborn. Pascucci with the set. Played up. Henderson able to get a hand on it, but backwards. And Dearborn not able to track it down in time. BG with a 5-4 lead once again. This Bishop Guertin team came into today 11-0, perfect at home, 5-3 on the road, and 1-0 in neutral site games. 56 sets on the year now. Won for them, and this their 21st match. BG gets the point here. Pascucci back to serve once again. They've only lost 15 sets in 21 matches. Nashua South now has 26 sets lost in 21 of their own matches. And a block at the net. That's Dow and Gomez. And a 3-point lead for BG. 7-4 here. Pascucci back to serve for the 3rd time. Uses that height advantage to get it over the net. Garland plays a free ball. Vassell to Pascucci. And Matos has to dig it out and play another free ball. Campbell over to Kelleher. Right at Knapp. Campbell sets behind her, and a great job from coming out of the back row. That's number 9, Catherine Covert. 7-5 the score. That'll send Paige Garland back to the service line for the Panthers. A low line drive. Matos able to get in front of it though, and 2 hands on the set. Rita Dow. And the Nashua South deficit cut to a single point. It's 7-6 here in set number 3, but they're going to need a big comeback as they trail 2-0 in terms of the sets. Matos, Pascucci to Gomez. Blocked at the net. That's going to land in Panther court. Now send Gomez back to the service line, 8-6. Her side with a 2-point lead in set number 3. Gomez right at Dearborn, not able to get the hands up in time. And another 3-point advantage for the Cardinals as they look to close out this semifinal match if they can win this set. Same spot, different result, but a good one for her side as the ace from Gomez take Dearborn out of the game. And Nashua South bring in Kara Leckleiter for the first time, 5'6" sophomore. In that back row in Dearborn's place. This one dug out from Henderson. There's Campbell over to Covert. Pascucci to Vassell. Right in the hole. There's a gap in the middle of the Nashua South defense. And BG was able to find it, 11-6. 5-point lead, the biggest of set number 3. Take some off of it. And Leckleiter able to save it. Kelleher over to Matos for BG. Pascucci over to Knapp. Leckleiter digs it out. Campbell over to Kelleher, right past a diving Paula Matos. Nashua South back to within 4, they side out. And here's Kara Kelleher back to serve. Right-handed jump serve from the sophomore. Gomez over to Pascucci. And played over the middle, and that's down. Nina Vassell with the wherewithal to drop that one in there. I'll bring Field back into the game. Down with the serve, 12-7 score. Knuckleball that just kind of kept rising. Henderson plays it back into the corner. Gomez knocks it up, but they're going to call a violation at the net. That'll keep the ball with Bishop Guertin on the serve. They lead 13-7. You can see Dover starting to pile in the number 4 seed, awaiting their semifinal match against Hollis Brookline. And meanwhile, Dow gets another ace, so a 7-point advantage now for the Cardinals. Something on the court there. Elizabeth Knapp kicking it out. Good spot. 14-7. Bishop Guertin leading. They are ahead 2-0 in the match, and a timeout called now by Wayne Chakowski. Nashua South looking for a regroup here as they trail 2-0. 14-7 in set number 3. Set number 1 featured a BG victory at 25-22. And then set number 2, 25-16, won by the Cardinals. But it really was back and forth. Both sides just giving up a point, getting one back. They gave up one, they got one back, and then BG with a long run at the end. They get up to a big advantage and held on to it and won the second set by a full 9 points. And that's been the biggest lead for either side so far in the match. The Cardinals leading by 7 here in set number 3. And Rita Dow, a couple of consecutive aces. She'll be back to serve coming out of the timeout. And the definitive advantage coming out of the timeouts tonight has gone to the Cardinals. Whatever Abby Savard, their head coach, says in these huddles has been working, as they now, after 3 timeouts, have gotten the point coming out of each. So 14-7, Rita Dow serves. That was off Leckliner, a good save from Covert. And Gomez knocks it up, but nobody home. I'll bring the libero back into the game. Paula Matos in the green jersey. Back to serve for Nashua South is Catherine Covert. 14-8. Her side trails by 6. Curving serve. One up by Matos, and Pascucci plays it over the side of the net. It was a great effort just to get there. And Pascucci, listed at 5'11", had to use every inch to get a hand on that ball. 14-9 now the score with Covert back to serve. Off the top of the net, Field is able to pick it up, and Gomez plays it over. Here's Kelleher, Campbell, and off the hands of Field, and won by Amber Hedquist, one of 2 seniors on this Nashua South roster. And all of a sudden, back into the game are the Purple Panthers, a 14-10 deficit. Covert serving once again. A bunched defensive formation for BG. Gomez over to Matos. Pascucci plays it over her head. Campbell cross court to Henderson. Blocked at the net. And they're going to say that the kill from Henderson didn't go over. And a pair of substitutions coming in. Taylor Guilfoyle, the sophomore, checks in for the first time. She'll play in the back row. And once again back in, Elisa Glasheen, the setter for BG. 15-10 they lead. Serve to Kelleher. Campbell coming up from her center position and finds Henderson. Glasheen over to Gomez, a jumping hit from the back row. Campbell, long way cross court to Henderson. Gomez able to get it underneath, and Knapp plays it over. Gomez, another great dig, keeps the ball alive. Pascucci into the middle of the defense, and a great save. Here's Henderson once again, blocked at the net. Pascucci and Field using their length advantage, staying on top of the ball. And they're back up by 6, a 16-10 lead. But a great defensive effort from Taylor Guilfoyle to keep it alive. Here's Campbell, and a rocking kill by Amber Hedquist. 16-11. Nashua South trails with Anna Campbell, the setter, back to serve. Pascucci from the outside. Field knocks it down, but one up by Campbell. That's Guilfoyle, plays it up, and Kelleher a free ball over the head. Glasheen to Pascucci. off the hands of Guilfoyle. Not much she could do with that. As Pascucci got up there. And a 17-11 lead. 8 points away are the Cardinals from advancing to the state championship on Saturday. Guilfoyle had a dive, but it went off the top of the net and disrupted the timing. So now just 7 points away from the state championship are the Cardinals. 18-11 they lead. Here's Knapp to serve. Guilfoyle once again, they're going right after her. A couple of errors in a row, 19-11. Knapp off the top of the net, Kelleher able to stay with it. Campbell over to Henderson. And almost a tip, but played out of bounds. Henderson with the error on the kill. 22-11, 5 points away from the state championship is BG. Knapp to serve once again, right at Kelleher in the back middle. Gonna call a two-hand lift on Henderson. So 10-point lead now, the biggest of the match for BG, and all the momentum in their favor here at the end, approaching of set 3. Knapp going right at Guilfoyle, able to keep it out off the ceiling and straight down. Messed up the timing once again of Campbell. And this set has been all Bishop Guertin, a 22-11 lead. This one off the net from Knapp. So I'll bring the deficit back to 10. Brianna Henderson with the run-up and the jump serve. Good dig from Knapp. Lachine to Pascucci. Guilfoyle able to get a hand underneath it. And the lead back to 11, 23-12. Paula Matos, the libero, back to serve. Back line of Guilfoyle, Henderson, and Kelleher. It'll be Guilfoyle in the middle to take it. Campbell over to Garland. Here's Gomez. Off the net and down. Nashua South with the point. Clinging to whatever hope they have. They're now down by 9 points, or 10 points rather, 23-13 the score. Guilfoyle checking out. That'll bring Catherine Covert back into the game. And that'll send the senior Amber Hedquist to the service line. Stays on the ground, hits it to Matos. Lachine over to Dow. Pascucci able to save it. Back to Julia Pascucci, tipped up, and Kelleher saves it. Campbell back cross court to Kelleher, and off the hands of a pair of BG defenders. Nashua South sticking in the game, 23-14. That'll bring Kara Lecklider back in. Serving specialist, making her second appearance of the game. Hedquist, the senior, will take a seat, 23-14. Purple Panthers trailing by 9. Matos saves it. Over to Pascucci, a tip. And a great effort by Kelleher, keeps it alive. Here's Glasheen for the Cardinals, Gomez. Over to Lecklider. And a tip, and they're gonna call a lift. Julia Garland tried a one-hand lift. Not able to do so under the rules. 24-14, BG 1 point away from the state championship. Checking into the game is Nina Vassell and Julia Pascucci, who has been all over the court tonight. They serve after a Nashua South timeout. So the Purple Panthers trailing by 10 here in set number 3. The Cardinals looking to repeat on a 3-0 victory early on in the season, September 13th. In that match, 33-31, 25-23, and 25-21. And tonight they have taken each of the first 2 sets by a 25-22 score in set number 1 and 25-16. They won the second set by 9 points. They lead here in set number 3 by 10, and they're 1 point away from the state championship for Division I on Saturday at 7 p.m. right here at Pinkerton Academy. Julia Pascucci, the junior. Outside hitter, does some setting as well. She'll serve a light jump right at Lechleiter, and free ball played over from Henderson. Matos over to Pascucci. Gomez plays one softly. Covert up to Kelleher. Matos. Pascucci back to Matos. Lechleiter knocks it up in the back of the court. Kelleher plays one over. Matos with the dig. Pascucci plays it over, and the Bishop Guertin Cardinals are in the state championship on Saturday night. The presence of mind there from Julia Pascucci to play it over. Nashua South awaiting the big kill attempt, and they get fooled early. So 25-22, 25-16, and 25-14. The Bishop Guertin lead growing in each set, and they move to 18-3 on the year. They'll take on the winner of Hollis, Brookline, and Dover in the state championship on Saturday. Nashua South finishes their season with a 15-6 record, and they end the year 1-1 on neutral sites. So once again, Bishop Guertin wins 3-0 against Nashua South for the second time this year. They'll be in the state championship game for Division I this Saturday at 7 o'clock right here at Pinkerton Academy. For Pete Johnson, Frank Wallen, and everybody else with NashuaETV, I'm Matt Neverett signing off.